If you feel like your brain is broken, you are not alone. You're not lazy. You are not weak. You're just trying to focus in a world that is doing everything it can to distract you. Like it is a personality trait or some gift from the productivity gods. It is not. Focus is a skill, like lifting weights, like learning to cook, and like any skill you can train it. Every notification, every app, every short-form video is designed to hijack your attention. But what if you could learn the actual science behind focus and use it to take control? That is exactly what this video is about. We talk about focus like it is something you either have or do not. Here is the deal. If you have not trained your focus, expecting yourself to concentrate for an hour is like trying to deadlift 300 pounds without ever stepping foot in a gym. You open your laptop. You type a sentence. Your brain whispers, "This is boring. Let us check Instagram real quick." And you are gone. Of course you are going to struggle. Of course you are going to quit. It is not that your brain is broken. It is just untrained. Use it like a reward. Do a 20-minute focus session, then check your phone. Finish a task, then get a treat. Pair focus with pleasure, and you start building new habits. Boredom does not mean you have too little to do. Add music. Work in a space with natural light, or go to a coffee shop. The goal is not silence. The goal is sustainable stimulation that keeps your brain engaged without hijacking your attention. Your mind wanders. You open 5 tabs. That is not distraction. That is your brain looking for something to engage with. Set a countdown timer. Make a checklist you can visually mark off. Give yourself micro deadlines. Your brain thrives on boundaries. Put your phone in another room. Use a website blocker. Create a ritual that signals your brain, we are about to lock in. Every time you switch between tasks, your brain has to refocus. That switching costs time and energy. Athletes warm up. Performers rehearse. You need a ritual too. It means your brain is not getting enough stimulation. When I first tried to get focused, I expected to lock in like a Navy SEAL on a mission. That is my version of stretching before a mental workout. This is the one thing you will focus on during your sprint, not 5 things. Instead, I bounced between emails, snack cravings, and wondering if I should rearrange my entire room. Shut off notifications, use headphones, tell people you are unavailable. Build a wall around your focus. This could be a specific playlist, a certain candle, or even putting on a hoodie. When your brain associates that cue with focus, it starts shifting gears faster. Or you can flick it back and forth and get half the result. Multitasking is like trying to juggle while riding a bike. You will get nowhere fast. That is not weakness. It is biology. Most people hit what I call the focus cliff around 17 to 25 minutes in. Something easy but related. Organize files. Format your document. You stay in the zone even if you downshift a little. It's not because it is true, but because you have built it into your identity. You convince yourself that taking a break will not hurt. But here is the fix. Plan for that cliff. You start acting in alignment with that belief. You are continuing the story. One break does not ruin your identity. Only quitting does. Decide who you want to be. Then cast votes for that identity every single day. You just need to start building the muscle of focus. Each time you choose to lock in, even for 5 minutes, you are casting a vote for the focused version of you. Whatever it is, do it today. Sound familiar? For example, if you are writing your first micro goal as the outline, then the intro, then 1 paragraph. Having those mini goals keeps you anchored when your brain tries to wander. End your session by planning your next one. This builds momentum for tomorrow. Instead of trying to focus for an hour, start with 5 minutes. Change your workspace weekly. Use different pens. Try standing while working. Keep it fresh but intentional. Block out a short window. Turn everything else off, and commit to one focus. You will get more done in 25 minutes of monotasking than in 2 hours of chaotic bouncing. And survival used to mean responding to every new sound or movement in case it was a threat. When you open social media and get a like or a comment, your brain lights up. When you stare at a blank Google Doc, it does not. Today, it means being addicted to novelty. Every scroll, every ping, every refresh trains your brain to chase dopamine hits. Seriously, set a timer, remove distractions, and lock in on one single task. That is it. The next day, do 6. It sounds simple. That is because it is. But simple is where progress starts. And once you feel that 5 minutes of clarity, it hits different. Remember what your brain can actually do, and that is powerful. Your brain is not wired for productivity. It is wired for survival. Dopamine is not just a pleasure chemical. It is a motivation chemical. It is what drives you to act. So here's what happens. You sit down to work. To break that loop, you need to retrain where your brain gets dopamine. And do not forget the power of delayed gratification. The more you can train your brain to wait for a reward, the stronger your ability to focus becomes. Here is something most people never realize. You sit down to write an email, but you feel fidgety. One way to fix that is by stimulating your environment. Another way is to add pressure. Not panic, but presence. And if your brain loves novelty, give it novelty that serves you. We think we are being productive when we multitask. But neuroscience says otherwise. Think of your brain like a spotlight. You can shine it brightly on one task. The solution is simple. Monotask. One thing at a time. If you want to level up even further, create a distraction-free mode and celebrate when you finish. Small wins make your brain crave more focus sessions. Focus is not just about avoiding distraction. It is about building rituals that prime your mind for deep work. Here's how to build yours. Step 1. Pick a sensory cue. Step 2. Create a start sequence. For me, it is cleaning my desk, opening one tab, and setting a 25-minute timer. Step 3. Choose an anchor task. Step 4. Protect the zone. Step 5. Reward the sprint. When your timer goes off, get up, stretch, check your phone, eat a snack. Let your brain associate focus with reward. And here's a bonus step. You know that moment when you start strong and then crash? Your brain resists sustained effort. It starts throwing excuses. You feel tired, bored. Before you start, break your task into micro goals. Also, use what I call the fallback focus. When your energy dips, shift to a low resistance task. And keep in mind, the more often you push through the cliff, the smaller it gets. Let us talk mindset. If you keep telling yourself, I am just not someone who can focus, guess what? You are right. Identity shapes behavior. When you start to believe, I am the kind of person who trains their focus, everything changes. It does not take a productivity system. It takes a decision. And when you mess up, you are not starting over. The truth is, you do not need to be perfect to be productive. Pick one thing from this video. Just one. Maybe it is a 5-minute sprint. Maybe it is creating your own focus ritual. Then tomorrow, do it again. Focus is not a finish line. It is a practice. And your brain is waiting to be trained. In the comments, tell me what your new focus ritual will be. Keep it simple. Make it doable. Let us lock in together. Because the science of focus is not about doing more. It is about choosing less and choosing it deeply. This is your time. Lock in.